Yo guys, what is going on? My name's Areactive, or Dylan here with a brand new video. So in today's video guys, I'll be teaching you how to create a very cool, clean logo. And before we start today's video guys, if we could hit 50 likes, that would be insane. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video from me. And yeah guys, let's just start the video.
I get those goosebumps every time. I need the hype. Throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time. Yeah, when you.
In order to actually make this logo, you guys are going to need Photoshop. I do have a video on my channel on how to get it for free. If you guys do want to see that, the link will be in the description below. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open up Photoshop. Now once in here, we're going to press File, New. And then we're going to change the width and the height to 1920 by 1080. And then for the background color, make sure it's on black. And then press OK. Now there are many ways to actually make a logo. You can sketch it out, put it in Illustrator. You can make it in Illustrator or Photoshop. Illustrator is a lot more easier in my opinion. But for this video, I'm going to be doing it in Photoshop. So guys, what I'm about to do now is going to be different for everyone depending on what the first letter of their channel name is. So you can either just do a single letter logo, or if you do have like a two-name channel name, then you can just go ahead and do 2 letters. So my channel is just Areactive, so we're going to be doing an A for this video. But if your channel name was MK or MW, something like that, then you could do those 2 letters. It really depends on what your channel is, but for this video I will be doing the letter A. So now what you're going to want to do is just place the letter by simply typing it in here. So I will be teaching you how to do this. So this may vary once again with the different letter you are using. So mine does look like this. So what we're going to first do is go to the little T right here, and we're going to type the letter we do want to use. So for my case, it's the letter A. We're going to go and place that in right there. And for the font, we're going to use Gotham Black. I will have it down below if you guys do not already have it. Make sure you're zoomed in, but not too much. And then make sure you're selected on the letter and press Ctrl T. And then we're going to hold shift while pulling out the edge, making it a bit bigger. So I will be recreating this logo right here. This is a letter A. I did this in about 5 minutes. It's very simple to actually do so. So once you have typed your letter, you're going to want to right click on the layer and then press rasterize type. So now we can cut from this letter and make it really nice. So what I'm going to do first is, since there is a little triangle in the middle of the A, so we can work with that. So I'm going to go ahead and click the polygonal lasso tool, and you guys should do the same. So the first step is basically to find a spot you want to split it. So you can split the letter in half or cut the top off. You can really just do whatever you want. The best thing about doing this is to be creative. So I'm going to go ahead and click a little bit under the triangle right here, so like maybe there, and then so maybe there. And then once I do so, you're going to want to hold shift while dragging across so it is a straight line, and then click the mouse, move it up a tad bit while holding shift of course, and then we're going to hold shift again and just drag it across like this, and then boom. So once you have something like this, wherever you want to split your logo, you're going to want to press delete on your keyboard, and now we have the logo split in half. I'm going to go ahead and add triangles to my logo. You can do this anywhere you want. You could add basically like spikes to your logo, making it look really cool just like this. So to simply do so for that, all you're going to want to do is click on the polygonal tool once again. You're going to want to click on the bottom of your letter, hold shift just like that. Don't bring it too far out, but bring it like right around here. And then you're just going to want to click back on your letter, basically forming a shape, and then just simply double click. Now once you have done that, make any layer by pressing this tab right here. We're going to layer, new, and then layer, and then OK. And then once you have done so, you're going to want to go to your brush tool, and then make sure your color is set to white and press OK. You're going to want to click on that little spot you just made, and then press Ctrl D. So now we have something like that. Just add the same thing to the other side by simply pressing Ctrl J, Ctrl T, holding shift, dragging it to the right, right clicking, pressing flip horizontal, and then pressing enter. Now I'm going to make sure this is perfectly lined up, so mine was right there, and then I'm going to make sure this is in the same position, so it is, and we are good to go. So next I'm going to make a little triangle on the top of this by simply using the polygonal tool and just forming a triangle. But once you have formed a triangle just like that, you're going to want to make a new layer once again. Go back to your brush tool and make sure your fill is set to white, and then click in there. And once you have filled it to white, press Ctrl D, and you do have a triangle. Now, if it is out of place like this one is, this looks a little out of place, we can actually use our arrow key on our keyboard to move it to the right a bit, and then even down if you'd like to. So I'm just going to go ahead and move mine down and to the right. So that right there actually looks pretty cool, and honestly guys, you can really do whatever you want to your letter. You could like add spikes all around it if you want. It's really up to you when designing your own logo, because creativity is key for graphic designing. And I know for those of you who are just beginning to actually learn Photoshop, it can be very challenging, especially if you don't know how to use all these commands and stuff. But guys, this is honestly just about creativity. You're going to click on the first layer where you did start designing the logo. So it should say the letter of your logo. So in my case, it's A. And then I'm going to go to the top for my top layer. And then I'm going to hold shift and then click on the top layer. Now once I have every layer selected for this logo right here, I'm going to press Ctrl G to group that and then rename that logo. Once you have your logo in a group just like that, you're going to want to go to File, New, type in 600 by 600. For the background contents, make sure that is set to transparent, and then everything is set to pixels, so it should look like this, and press OK. And this is basically creating an avatar for yourself. So if you do want to create the avatar to have a nice clean look for your logo, what you're going to want to do is head on to your internet browser. And now whatever you upload on your channel, you're going to want to find a background of. So I upload tutorials, so there really isn't going to be a good background for that. So if I was trying to make my own avatar, I would use stocks and graphics pack and try to make my own little background. Really cool and stuff. But I will be using an example of a Fortnite background, because I know many of you viewers that are probably watching this video do play Fortnite. So you're going to want to type in Fortnite background or whatever background you do want to use. And right click on that and press copy image. Go back to Photoshop to the document that you do want to make your avatar on and press Ctrl V. Now once you have done that, if it does appear really big like this, all you're going to want to do is press Ctrl T, hold shift, and simply make it smaller until it is the size that you wish. So I'm actually going to make mine a bit bigger so it completely fits the box just like that. Now once you have your background in there, you're going to want to make a new layer. Go to the paintbrush, make sure your color is black, and now we're just going to simply fill it in black. Now once it does look like this, you're going to want to go to the opacity, turn this down a bit, 90%, and then we're going to go back to the other document right here, and we're going to drag in the logo we did just create. So just like that. I'm going to press Ctrl T on the logo and make it bigger by holding shift and dragging it out. And then once I have done so, I'm going to press Ctrl A to select all. Make sure you are selected on this first one, and then you're going to want to click Align Vertical Centers right here, and then you're going to want to click Align Horizontal Centers right here. So that is basically centered for us, which is looking pretty good. Now if your logo does look like this and it looks really low quality, you do not have to worry about that. Sometimes Photoshop just does that at lowest quality, but in the end the logo will turn out to look fine. So now that we have our logo on here and the background, you're going to want to make sure you select the zoom tool, and we're going to go ahead and simply just zoom out of that, make another new layer, go to the paintbrush tool and make our color white, and make sure the hardness is set to 0, and then for the size, we're going to do 878, and then we're going to click at the top right here, so like right about there, and then we're going to go back to the magnifying glass and then zoom in. So now we have a little nice glow on top of it, which really makes it look a lot better. And here you can simply do whatever you want. If you'd like to, you can add color corrections, and you could add about 27 contrast to that. You can go to your hue and saturation and actually change up the colors. I really don't recommend doing that because you can F up everything. But the main one you're going to want to click on is curves, and we're just going to make this a bit bigger. And then you're going to want to move this to the left, so like right about there. And then you're going to click a little bit below and then move that to the right, forming like an S shape. And now I'm just going to group together all the layers to show you guys what the difference does look like with the little color corrections and without. So this was without it, and that is with it on. So it does look a bit better, and now we are done. So once you have finished your little avatar and your logo, you're going to want to click File, Export, Save for Web, and then press save and save it wherever you'd like to. So yeah guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, that would be highly appreciated. So click that subscribe button right now. And also everyone talking about my FL Studio video, I have no idea when I will be making that, but my last one got reported for inappropriate behavior. I have no idea why. So I gotta be careful with the videos I do make, because I do not want to get my channel shut down. We are 100 subscribers away from 5,000, so for those of you guys that are new, help me reach my goal of 5,000 subscribers, because I will be doing a V-Bucks giveaway, which is not BS guys. I will actually be giving away some V-Bucks. I really do hope you guys have an amazing day, and Mom's Areactive, and I'll see you in my next video.
Hope you feel me.
I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook.